is up, everybody? It is your boy Huey Yoshikage here, live at the Black Twitch League. Ready to go down. Iron Chef Shenandoah will be the teams for today. On the table with me is the old sad boy, but I swear he is not at all. But how are you, my friend, today?
I'm good. I'm good. Hanging out, waiting for this matchup. Was
So,
watching that minor league that's going on over there on LOL Esports, but I'm ready for the majors tonight.
yes, sir. Very excited. So while we are waiting for draft to start, do you want to break down, kind of give us a recap of last week?
Okay, so if I am not mistaken, Shenandoah does not have a mid lane. No.
Oh,
Shenandoah, no, they came in with a mid lane, and I think they're still losing a ban. Right? Am I
wow.
like they still yeah, they still don't have their roster all the way together, which
Got it.
is oh, it's for the reschedule. I apologize. They were
Gotcha.
having roster issues last week, and so hopefully they have that all ironed out. Everybody's ready to go. We look forward to it. They did look okay. They're 1-1 on the season, so not the worst, but not the best. But we definitely, yeah, it feels like one, we need them to have everything all sewn up. But number two, sincere support, who sometimes hops on the cast and helps us out. Or yeah, sometimes. We need big things from their mid lane and from their team as a whole. I want to see some good cohesion.
Right.
On the other, oh, and they're already in draft. I apologize. I'm talking too
No,
much.
it's definitely fine, bro. Good recap. We can get over this quick draft real quick. Zillion Timo Ash is going to be taking off for the Iron Chef round one. Diego, Annie, and Trendamir taking off for Shenandoah's round one. Iron Chef with the first pick. I think we should be seeing the bot lane, but nope, that's going to be the quick mid Vic lock in. That's a pretty confident lock in there, if I do say so myself. Especially with the first round. Oh, and I'm hearing from upstairs that is the master player himself, Mr. JS Method.
Yeah, that is his one trick. Very good on this champion. We do see a little bit of, I won't even say a little bit, at least possibly the Zillion. I assume the Timo was actually, I don't know if the Timo was, yeah, Timo was the no ban.
Yeah.
So the Zillion and the Ash, both looking to protect their bot lane. They are bringing in Cool Crab to play ADC for Iron Chest, or to play bot lane, I should say, since it could be a Seraphine. Speaking of, called it. I was deep in the mentals there, but yeah. So it could be a switch over. But they are at least looking to get a little bit of protection for their bot lane, as well as get JS Method on the most comfortable pick ever, which you're 0-2. That's what you want to do, is get your people in the best situation to win.
I would have to definitely agree with that. And checking tonight is a best of 3. And looking over at the standings here, Iron Chef dead last right now, 0-2. Will need both wins to get back onto this top of the leaderboard here. If Shenandoah is able to lock in their points in, they should be able to start really setting the pace and setting the placements properly for this season, moving on.
Yeah, and I like the draft so far. We're seeing out of Iron Chefs. We get the Sivir, a very safe laner, but also able to put a lot of pressure down. And Blitzcrank, who does well with Sivir, because Sivir is able to push. Hey, if you have no minions, there's nothing to block that Blitzcrank hook. Easy peasy. But we do get the Hacker Room coming in. Very good for Etherealist. We've seen Etherealist pop off on any number of champions, and this will at least be able to allow them to extract more pressure that they can maybe put on wherever it needs to be put, basically.
Definitely have to agree with that. There's the Morgana and the Seraphine as well. Very strong lockdown capabilities. So, and hopefully, if someone does get picked up by the Blitzcrank, some of that CC will be able to help defend and bring back one of their teammates from almost unpending doom.
Yeah, that 100% true as well. We do get a Corki ban, which is I'm confused from Shenandoah. But on the flip side though, Seraphine and Morgana, if you pick the wrong one, the Black Shield, the other one dies. That's it. You get hooked, you die. That's why you love playing Blitzcrank into these kind of mages, you can effectively pressure and then damage whoever, because they're definitely in the early laning phase. They're not going to survive very long.
And then with Spell Shield herself, should be able to counteract some of that strong CC coming from both the Morgana and Seraphine here. So I really think the draft pick right now is definitely falling more towards the Iron Chefs, who I feel really
Ooh.
needs it here. But then we get this nice Yone pick.
Yeah, the Yone can go top, can go mid, but more importantly, if it does go mid, has enough mobility and threat that before Victor scales up, you are a problem.
Mm.
Uh, I have never played Victor at a master level. I have never done anything at a master level, if I'm being really honest. So, I assume that JS Method has seen this matchup before, maybe has a couple tricks up their sleeve, but for us non 1%ers or non 0.01 percenters, that's a little bit of a rough matchup for the first few levels until you get that first Hex Tech upgrade, just because Yone can literally go, excuse me, I skipped over your damage and you're getting hit.
Yeah, just about. But filling out Iron Chefs here, the Shen Nocturne. I love this combo. It is such a dangerous combo. Um, and I cannot wait to see hopefully the Iron Chef execute it. Shenandoah with a nice, beautiful counter pick with the Ornn here. Just to kind of disengage or find even more engage with the Call of the Iron Forge plus the Encore coming from Seraphine, let alone the Dark Bindings as well. You got the Hecarim and the Yone in there as well. That is going to be a chaotic mix around the jungle, the Dragon Pit for sure.
Yeah, I think honestly Shenandoah is going to want to play more towards obviously some sort of death ball. They have so
Mm.
many different large AoE spells between the Call of the Forge God, between the Encore, between the Onslaught of Shadows, between literally what 3-4 of Yone's abilities basically can hit as many people as you can fit into a hitbox. Whereas Iron Chefs is going to want to be able to get that Nocturne and Shin, basically turning any even number fight into oh hey, there's two more friends, turn it into a handicap match real quick, which is going to be key to them being able to get ahead or maybe be at least safe enough that when the Victor scales up, Victor can start just pressing Q or pressing W, and you just watch the squishier members of Shenandoah disappear.
Pretty much. I think that is what their go-to is. They don't have the full team snowball death that Shenandoah has available in their arsenal, but their solo target damage plus their survivability from the picks that Shenandoah have can really make and break the game here with the paranoia from Nocturne, with the paranoia oh, plus stand by me from Shen. It, like you said, it can easily turn that one fight into two coming in and making it a very even or maybe even an adjusted fight for the Iron Chefs. But the execution on it is going to have to be very well, and the early game cannot be lost from too far. Can't get lost from them too far ahead from them. Because if that early game is lost there, I don't think that they will have enough time to scale into what's needed for them to become the anti-pick threat. Hmm.
Oh, that was weird. I was muted for a little bit. I apologize. One of the things, yeah, I was piggybacking off of what you said though. One of the things that is really important also for Iron Chest is you got to make sure you pick the right person, because if you accidentally hook a Ornn, or say even you hook the Morgana presses R and presses 2, and now you're all CC'd and she can't be targeted. The whole rest of that, everybody press R and laughed comp comes down on your head, and it went from a hey, we got her caught out to oh, there's only two of us left.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure. So execution is going to be the word of the day for this match here. Will the snowball of death be able to ramp up to 6 and go party hardy throughout the jungle, or will the Iron Chef be able to bunker down these brackets and hold out through this storm and start finding that the picks that they need to get themselves forward through that mid-late game? While we load into the Rift, be sure to check out the chat, see if you guys match up with the commentary table. And honestly, I don't think we went over that real quick. Where do you think game one is going?
I am, and I can live to regret this. I think Shenandoah is going to do very, very well because there's a period from about 15 to 25 minutes before Victor is a murder machine. Well, half man, half murder, honestly, where they can put a lot of people together and cause havoc for all 5 members before they are ready to go, before the Silver scales up, before the Victor scales up. Where if Nocturne is not ahead, they're going to be able to take 2, 3, 4 objectives in a row. So I think Shenandoah is going to be able to take game one strictly based on this draft.
Would have to agree with you. The Death Ball special here. You got Morgana Q, Seraphine's downbeat. You have the Rampage. You have the Ornn knockup. You have the Yon knockup. You have the Seraphine encore. The Binding Chains. You have the onslaught from Hecarim. You have the It's just too much. It is so many things that can just integrate and synergize so well together. It's going to be very difficult to get away from these full 5 fights from Shenandoah's side. So I'm gonna have to agree with you. So that's two on the table. But like we were mentioning earlier before, be sure to check chat, see if you can use your channel points to go and vote for your favorite team or player. And as we load into the Rift, don't touch that dial, don't go anywhere. Game one, we'll be right back for Black Twitch League.
veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. But the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the banya, I was covered in a tidal wave, But I'm a fighter. Try to take me down, I'm going higher. Maybe you've been playing with some fire. You've been playing with fire. One day you will see what you made of me. Found my inner peace. You watch it release in the dead of night. In the dead of night. Baby, when the silver die, you know it's an eye for eye. Feel the energy align in the dead of night. 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 You can save your eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for game one. Shenandoah, Iron Chefs on the blue side, Shenandoah on the red. And let's see if we're going to get a little innovate action. Hearing from the pings that we might get a little something, something. But most likely we'll be just getting the um, line of scrimmage that we're normally seeing. And real quick, Sad Boy, you see any runes or masteries out of the ordinary?
Everything looks pretty standard. We do have, Comet and Airy going on in the bot lane there for Shenandoah, so it's going to be a little bit of rough time
Ooh.
as far as the poke. But yeah, here comes the invade right there.
Yeah, man, it's a hook. It's expected. I like the anti stack here. Not caught on a ward yet though. Zus went for the blind hook there, and they are gonna see his hand through the fog of war. But I think they might have to retreat back from there after that one.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna walk away. Everybody's gonna get a little bit of vision there for Iron Chest, but nothing too major. On the other side, though, Shenandoah does not get a deep ward to go with it.
Oh yeah, no, that's a very good call there. So they will see once once Hecarim does roll by around that time. So starting off, Hecarim will be on the red side, and Nocturne will be starting on his opposite end as well. So we should see the junglers on opposite ends of the map once we get to level 3.
Yeah, they are definitely going to run opposite. I do worry, or wonder, I should say, if they're going to wind up bumping into each other at some point. Either one of them goes to look for a deeper ward, or one of them catches the other on the wrong side. We do see that Hecarim is going for a little bit of an extra camp. Or, sorry, Hecarim's going for the faster clear. Nocturne's going for the extra camp. But there's yeah.
Uh-oh. That pull's going to come on in. Ignite is proc. The boomerang is going to grow. Flash went off first over for Sheraton. The cool crab's going to follow after and get first blood.
Yeah, and that's the power of that Blitzcrank and the Sivir. That's exactly what you want to be able to do. Catch one of those squishies out, and you can immediately pop them level 1 with a couple. Oh no!
Oh, another pull is going to land again. Bella is in trouble. The boomerang's going to go. Oh, but Morgana being too far ahead, the recall on the boomerang is going to do the second wave of damage there. But I mean, that's going to be a forced recall, to say the least.
Yeah, ideal start for Iron Chefs there. Absolutely ideal. You're already ahead a lot of gold. You got the gold onto your ADC. It's going to help that scale up timing. And you got the push. You get the free back as well. So going to come back, probably going to have either a longsword or boots, depending on what you choose. And yeah, there comes the longsword right there.
That's going to be big damage there.
Exactly how you envision it. You didn't even have to, play for the cheater recall on the third wave or the fourth wave because you already got the kill and the wave pushed in, and you're going to come back to a wave pushing back to you. and they still have to be scared.
Mm,
They're still well, okay, now they're level 3, so there will be hopefully a black shield available for Morgana, but even if you don't hook them now, you can match the poke.
for sure. Both flashes being propped there as well. Cleanse still available. Support using his Hex Tech flash. So really no worries as of right now. Good vision as well as we look over double CS mid lane. And looking on over to the
Ooh.
top side, just a slight skirmish, nothing out of the ordinary with your top
Uh-oh.
lane.
It's getting spicy. They're not backing away.
Oh, checking towards mid there. Soul Unbound is there for Yon. He is gonna have to retreat back. The mana is a his
In the
or excuse me.
world.
Checking top. The
Oh!
1v1, the Titan himself
Oh!
with the minions is gonna make it an even 1-for-1.
That is
Checking
absolutely
back towards
hilarious.
the mid. Sincere Support is in the wrong part of the neighborhood, getting chased out by Calablana. Eternalist is here coming
Oh,
for
there's the
support.
Ignite.
Rampage is ramping up. Ignite is their soul. The soul, the spell shield was up, but the Ignite is going to tick away, and they flipped that in enemy territory. Really nice work. Rampage coming back
Yeah.
up yet again for Hecarim. I think he was just trying to just show a little bit of dominance there. There wasn't much more he could get from there. Really good
Yeah.
play, though, and really good call.
Yeah, I won't say a little bit surprised, but Method did not follow them in, for lack of a better way to put it. Just stayed with the wave,
Mhm.
which again, as much as I hate to say, I trust their judgment. I assume definitely knows more about what Victor needs to do there than I do. But in the short term, feels bad, man. Your mid laner followed their jungler and killed your jungler while you were collecting a little bit of that their CS. Not
Metic was very low on mana. I'm not even sure if he had a full combo. I'm not sure on the Victor cooldowns, but I think the lack of mana is what kind of made Method hesitate there a bit on the follow up. But I mean, it is in your side territory. You got right clicks. But like you said, he's masters for a reason. We're here commentating.
yeah, not just that, but also plays an absurd amount of Victor, knows the champion uh incredibly well. And you are right, was low on mana, but then that leads to the hey, you got to communicate that if your jungler is chasing their mid laner into our jungle, please let me know if you're not gonna follow. Oh no, the taunt missed. Oh, he's gonna walk away.
A little bit. Was so close onto that taunt. So checking on items, and CS here. Lost chapter already picked up over for the method. So I think maybe that's what he was going for. Oh, we might be getting a gank here. Tackle knockup is gonna come over from Hope. Bandit or Bandit is gonna have to taunt away. The slow is going to hit from the pillar, but I don't think they're gonna have much more availability here on this gank with Ornn
Yeah,
not being sticks just yet.
yeah, and that is one of the advantages of Shen. In addition, oh, there's a hook.
Oh, going down onto the bot lane though. Ignite is proc. The spell shield was there, but it's just not enough. And right now, this bot lane is performing admirably.
Yeah, you do see though, Creighton was able to at least catch up in CS. Is gonna have to back again, but is not so far behind it's untenable in CS. However, a lot of pressure. Enough gold with the kill and the assist between the two different bot laners. It's going to be a problem if the Sivir never has a power trough. It is a problem because that's kind of what you're counting on with this team. Is there has to be a spot where you're going to be able to catch out the Sivir or catch out somebody and cause a problem.
As we mentioned earlier too, I said, I was really worried about the early game for them. For the side of Iron Chefs, I feel like this was going to be their weakest point. But as of right now, I would say they're in the lead pretty well. Almost a 3K lead in terms of gold. No towers just yet, but this first dragon, I think, is really going to cement where we're going to go. This fight in the mid, though, sincere support was a little caught out there by the paranoia plus the fear, and I think that definitely makes up for that hectic mishaps in the jungle earlier there. Victor now 1-0, and check out that CS lead.
Yeah, the Victor, very strong, did what needed to be done, I guess is the best way to put it, to make sure to not fall behind chasing that kill. Sincere support, even with the kill earlier, down almost 500 gold already. Not what you want to have happen there. That is a large part of what you need to have happen if you're Shenandoah is you have to absolutely be able to shut down Method. You gave up the Victor. You have to have the right answers for it. And I think he already has. Does he already have it? No, not quite yet. Have the hex score number one. But if it doesn't have it already, is very close.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
91. So super duper close. Again, gonna pop it right here ish on this wave. So yeah, you got less than 10 minutes hex core upgrade plus some gold. Has the lost chapter. Just not where you want to be when facing a Victor. You don't even have your noon quiver yet. If you're the Yone, but here you go.
Internalist, coming in the curtains there, but was caught onto a ward there. Gravity drive is going to stop him towards the end. What a big brain play coming from the mid lane JS Method.
Yeah, and we had this discussion last night. Stop diving, people.
Yeah.
If you don't know for sure you can kill them, please stop.
Yeah.
I think over the last 4 games I've casted, I've seen 8 failed dives.
Oof.
It's not good, and it's kind of making my heart hurt a little bit. And now we were just talking about the Victor and the scaling up, and the Sivir and the scaling up, but now Sivir's up 20 CS as well. I don't know that these power troughs are going to come through for these scaling champions. They are going to be so far ahead of their opponents that it's not going to matter that they're supposed to, be weak at this point because they're going to have the items already.
Yeah, and really the biggest plan for Shenandoah was really to get to 6, start grouping up for objectives, and start using the power of these ultimates here. Fighting 1v1 over into the mid last, Whisper will pop off. The Paranoia Stand By Me combo going to keep their mid laner alive, and instantly became a 1v1 instantly became a 3v1.
Yeah, absolutely well played. Iron Chef's looking very clean, and we see the Rift Herald coming through mid as well as they're able to I won't even say as they're able to keep this pressure up. And oh, that feels bad. The Etherealist was like, I'm going to charge in. And it's like, no, actually, you're going to run away from me. But yeah, very well played by them to not only save their mid laner, but then get some plates on too. Oh my gosh. That Shen damage.
Checking on JS Method here in the curtains right here.
Yeah, in the fog of war. They
definitely in the fog.
They want to try and set up for this dragon, but they're not going to get face checked into. Even then, though, yeah, the first neutral objective, going over to Iron Chefs, bot lane of Shenandoah not able to get out onto the map and affect the map as you should be able to with 2 supports, where now you have these issues where they're able to start snowballing to other objectives. They're able to get plates. They're able to get these carries online sooner. We already got the first items coming in for the mid lane, for the Sivir. It's not good.
No, this definitely is not looking good as of right now.
They're setting up for it.
Hextech Flash coming in. Support is starting up. The Black Shield will land with the Dark Binding as well. Just going to kind of hold them up. Checking onto the top side. Etherealist with his Hecarim is going to land the Onslaught of Shadows. But Shen will just barely make it out alive, having to use Flash. TP is available. And,
had to use the Flash and the taunt, but that's the benefit of the Shen. You have the tools to be extra escapey if need be. In addition to having, very nicely done the Black Shield, but also out of range anyway.
I will have to say, it's a little weird for Sincere support kind of taunting in the middle like that. I feel like there's other things that you could be doing with your time there.
I mean, if the Q is down, you can't do anything. You're not. I hope you're not going to dive them.
Man, yeah, please don't. Especially with the Q down, please don't. Like,
You're gonna jump in there. They're gonna CC you, and they're gonna walk away. Here comes the paranoia.
Oh yeah. Gravity Storm is following as well. Good flash. Spell Shield should keep
Oh
it
my
going.
god.
And yeah, that's an Ignite used as well. Looking in the bot side, they're going to go for the dive, and it's going to be successful there.
Uh-oh.
Hecarim coming in to try to help out, but here comes the mid jungle as well. Support does not have the... Oh, he does have the flash. Here it comes. There it is. Flash
Oh,
Q knockup,
no.
baby.
Oh, no, this is...
Blitzcrank 101 right there.
This is bad to worse to worser for Shenandoah. They lose the tower. They lose both their bot laners. They lose their mid laner. And then they collapse on the jungler. What? In the bot side jungle, just trying to take his camp, not minding his business.
I
He's
mean,
like, wait.
that was a great call there. Mid taken down there, mid camp follow up, push through the bot lane who just dove. You give him a clean exit out, because if there wasn't their follow up there, Etherealist could have definitely came down with ult and could have maybe got double shutdowns and could have started setting the pace to kind of get Shenandoah out of this deficit. With that lockdown right there, it's perfect.
Very true. Oh, and he didn't get the blue.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, I mean that it is the correct play. I'm actually a little bit concerned though that Ethereal is seeing that the tower went down. Even if you saw the Sivir use the flash to go past the tower, you know there's two of them there. Nocturne just ulted mid. You can't be there. Like, you are by yourself and you are not strong. You're 0-1-1 at the time. Oh no, they're doing it again.
Autos here, man. Looking back around, JS Meth is going to continue moving forward. Support is going to come in with the tier 1 dive. Knockup is down. The Iceborne comes through. Black Shield's going to keep that just a 1-0. Talibella gets to walk away with their life in the jungle right now. Stand United is here. Ornn is going to have to flash away over the wall to get himself out of there. Hecarim looking scared just as well. Hope walking the wrong way, trying to get to the tower to hope for safety. But unfortunately, support 4 and 4 on the hooks, baby.
I don't know how he... Oh, very nice.
Grab on the run there. Onslaught of Shadows is going to close out the gap. Conquerors is being procced right now. Etherealist plus the healing. Oh, so close. But the horse will get that shut down. But at what cost? It's going to be...
He lives with 10 health.
22 health, baby.
Yeah, that's super close. Barely makes it out. I thought Sivir was going to be able to cut it out. Looked like did do a very good job on the spell shield plus the on the hunt to try to get away. But
Speaking of on the hunt here, Hextech Flash is going to find Creighton out of position. Knockup plus the Iceborne, or excuse me.
What a nice flash.
There is going to finish it off there. Damaging coming over onto the bot lane for the mid laners. Very close there. And Sincere Support is going to have to flash himself or get himself out of there. Or JS Method is going to have to flash himself out of there.
Yeah. And that's what we were talking about earlier. JS Method knows this matchup. Knows the timing so well. It looked like maybe a frame or two. I don't know. I don't have the frame rates to tell you how many frames he had. But it was close. I thought that ult was going to hit, but did not matter, was able to flash out of it and then return the damage and take control of the lane, basically push it up. So now they can set up for this dragon.
Really good call there from the mid laners there. The dragon is up and ready. Method looks like he's ready to take it.
Method is on it. The Stand United and the teleport are not up for the Shin where the teleport is for the Ornn, but it looks like it's not going to be contested, so doesn't matter either way. We finally get the Leandries coming in for Creighton.
Ooh.
The bot lane a whole item behind here.
Wow.
Feels bad.
There are 8,000 gold in the pocket of Sivir to the 4,800 over to Creighton, and you really can see it in the terms of items there, and you're going to really see it in terms of damage coming very soon. I think this is what the real unfortunate side is that Shenandoah's had the death ball, and we said that their group 5 would be insane. I don't think they ever
get together.
They're
never going to be able to get together at this point because the Victor got far enough ahead that Victor is going to just sit in a side lane, has TP up, and say, you have to bring one person, maybe two to me. You have to bring one person just to clear the wave.
Yeah.
And one person can't fight me. It has to be two, but we can bring extra people to you, and
Yeah.
that is a great combo
Speaking of
there.
extra people here, support is here,
Oof.
dropping the support. JS Method pushing forward and finding sincere support. Caught out yet again and on a killing spree. Check out those bounties as we move over to the top side. Bandit is going to have to flash over. I think he was trying to bait both of them over. Uses the Keyblade to bring it back. Is trying to just kind of dance around and hopefully get some
Yep.
time around here. Taunt over the walls available. Looking for the nut. No nut is there for him. Paranoia is going to come in, though.
No way.
Encore is going to land, plus the exhaust. It's going to keep Shen up alive, but here comes the reinforcements. Etheralis is on the run. The horn is called way too late, and this is going to be a 4-4-1 play.
Shen stayed alive so long with all of the tools, literally taunts both of them, runs around the bush, flashes over what I thought was the wrong way, but it was the right way, knew what he was doing, then walks over to the Krug pit, walks back to them, draws the sword back to slow him, then taunts over the Krug pit. And it's just like, how can you catch this man?
And look at what they got from it. They get 2 towers from that as well. 10k gold lead. And I think
Are they going to be able to get another? Oh, no. Okay, it gets knocked down.
Just gotta say, they might get another Shelly tackle. And I think this is where the pros really say this is where you really start to feel the mode. Is at that 10k deficit.
Feel the
It's
mode.
right around here.
Shout out to Young Justice.
You already know. See, man of fine culture. Man of fine culture. Speaking of fine culture here, that last whisper is not very cultured. The stun is locked down. The orb walking around from JS Method to keep this man away from him is great. Plus the laser at the end and the stand united. He wasn't even necessary. He wasn't going to die.
He still had the Zonias as well.
Oh, man.
I don't know that he needed the Zonias. I don't know that he needed the stand united. But just in case, he had both of them. It feels so bad.
I'm really enjoying. I do know that we both called for the Shenandoah win, but Iron Chef's really, like I said, the main goal for this. Oh no! Paranoia knockup is gonna come on in. He's gonna have to shadow onslaught his way away, leaving Orn behind. Hope on the run here.
But Shen is still on the backline. Shen is on the backline, slowing them.
And he's just tearing them apart, finding. Seraphine, Dark Binding is going to fall as well, but she is going to fall in the shadows as well. Control 6, flex bad it. Top team diff, honestly, right now.
It really is. We said it was going to come down to execution, and I don't think you can execute much better than Iron Chefs have. It just literally, every time there's a play that it looks like Shenandoah can make, Iron Chefs was like, I don't think you have the right ingredients. I don't like the flavor of this mix. It's like a 2 for me, maybe a 3. And then they spit it out, and now they have Baron.
That is it there. Two dragons secured, Baron secured, 4 towers, 14,000 gold lead.
At what is this, 22 minutes? 24 minutes? 22 minutes. Insane.
17 plus kills as well. Sincere support still doing the spins.
I like the emote anyway. You know they may take our bodies, they may take our land, but they'll never take our spirit, or whatever William Wallace said.
You gotta keep, especially in a best of 3. It's not always going to work well. It may look great on paper, but execution is 90% of the battle, and sometimes the dominoes just don't fall properly for your side. So I like that his mental's still there. But I think honestly this one is a wash up. Get yourselves ready for game 2.
Yeah, a very nice flash there from Creighton. Badit literally standing in the face of 2 members of Shenandoah, saying, "You can't do anything to me. I have nothing to fear from you," and them running away, going, "You're right, you're right, you're right." But I do agree that Shenandoah needs to keep their wits about them for the next game. Okay, we get a little bit of a death ball.
Down. The death ball is too late, unfortunately. The Cavalry has already arrived. Stand United comes on down. The Paranoia was just a little extra adding onto the cake. And, hey, you got a souffle.
Yeah, a little the death ball more like a koosh ball, maybe a nerf ball.
Yeah,
Like if it hits
for
you
sure.
right in the eye, it might hurt you, but otherwise it doesn't have enough pointy inflation right now
Mhm.
to cause any damage. And yeah, they're walking down in purple. Uh, Big fans of Gogo Bordello there are to make sure the call the forge god doesn't come through.
Oh, getting denied to call the horn, getting picked while the men in purple are all coming down into your base. I think this is just about it. The hook from downtown, Paranoia to mix it on in. Young just jumping on in to try to help out and try to take somebody down with him. And he does get one, but it's for 3 or for 4. And I think that's definitely game 1 locked in for sure on the Iron Chef side.
Yeah, Iron Chefs absolutely came to play, picked with the purpose,
Oh, yeah.
and it worked out very well. I am at a loss for when you say everything went as planned. I don't think except for maybe the action level 3, level 4 in the mid lane, there's not a thing that didn't go exactly as you draw it up when you go, hey, so we should do this, we should do this, and we should do this. And it all happened exactly as they planned, as far as the Sivir getting the push, them getting the pulls, the hooks, everything.
We mentioned it earlier, and it was execution. That was the name of the game for both teams, and Iron Chef came out dominating there with a strong win, knowing exactly where their roles were and played them to a T. 4 kills to 20 plus there, almost a 20 gold lead. It was done before we could even say it was done.
Spin seer support. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. It was very much done before we even could for them before they could even group up, they were already being pulled apart. Uh, just nothing you can really do when the two most important parts of a team's comp are.
For sure. Definitely for sure. Game 2 is on the way. What do you want to see from Shenandoah to make sure that this game 1 doesn't happen game 2? Oh, Mr. Sadboy went muted. I guess I will speak for my part there. Um, if they're gonna go for a full 5 team comp like they did before, if they're going for that full death ball, again they need to make sure that they live through the early game. The early game was Iron Chef's weakest part, and that is where they shined almost the hardest there. They did it so well to keep themselves alive, survive, and get through that bump to get themselves moving into that mid late game. So honestly, from my side, if they're gonna do something like that again, they just need to make sure that they execute it as well. And to make sure that they don't fall back like game 1.
Yeah, I agree. I think I won't even say one of. I think the biggest thing you have to do is you have to you probably have to get method off of off of the victor.
Mm.
Way too comfortable, way too smooth on that champion. Beyond that, you have to figure out how to one keep your mental like we said. We saw it last night. You know, there was a big blowout and then suddenly it was like, hang on, we just need to make a couple adjustments. We got this, no problem. Um, so I think that's what's gonna have to be for Shenandoah. We know where they can play from. They just have to be able, I guess the best way to put it is answer the strengths that were brought to the table by Iron Chefs. Iron Chefs brought a ton of waves clear and basically, I won't even say anti-engage, but anti-opportunity was the name of their team. No,
Mm.
any opportunity you took was so dangerous that it wound up biting Shenandoah in the butt. So that's what they have to do. I think is find ways to have anti opportunity.
Doesn't
I
two
don't know how that works. Let's
doesn't two
you know,
negatives make it a positive though?
yeah, and then they would have opportunities. That's
True,
the secret.
true. Okay, that's the secret. I got you. I got you. But
But yeah, we
definitely
are getting ready for
just
game two.
just waiting for the draft to come up. And I think draft will be coming up in just a second. I would just want to say, Iron Chefs came out so crazy. I
They came out
think
ready to
I
go.
didn't think it was it. I really didn't think it was it, honestly, for sure. And I mean, I gotta give credit where credit was due. That was so well played from, and honestly, it's hard to even say if it was one person. JS Method on the Victor, Bad It topside, Cool Crab, and excuse me, Blitzcrank. That synergy there, the early first blood, the early dominant full control of the bot lane was perfect. Calabina on the Nocturne as well. It just went perfectly. You couldn't ask for much more. With the four deaths, it didn't even feel like they got four kills on them. You could have told me that it was 21-0 because it really felt like that.
It very much did. It felt like it was a wave that never cycled back. Like they just got washed away in a tsunami almost as it's built up, and then but that's why you pick comps like that, so that if you can capitalize on mistakes, uh, there's nothing your opponent can do because they're never gonna they're never gonna outscale the Sivir Victor, and you're definitely not gonna outscale the Sivir Victor if you are putting yourself behind trying to make plays, and that's it. That's game. You can do whatever, but unless you are a world class hacker or there's not a lot you can do. You have to bring down Riot's whole server to win that game. That's it.
Yeah, you would definitely as far ahead as they did, you'd have to hack or something or hope for an AFK. Getting a quick update. We're getting a sub in for excuse me, for the Iron Chef. Um, Shoeport is becoming its Jods. For the support role there.
Are they still? Are they still losing a ban?
So they're going to be losing two bans now.
Okay.
And which will be Timo and Ivan going in. And I think we are ready for second game two draft to come on stream here. First round, from Shenandoah. I like it. Is going to be the Blitzcrank. Take out some of that. And honestly, if first round can be Blitz, Victor, and Shen, and I wouldn't even be upset. I wouldn't even be mad.
That is very much a good set of bans, and then you can do the ADC trade of do you want Sivir, do you want Misfortune, do you want maybe even run back the Seraphine, but that's not what they're gonna go with.
Iron City, that's a great one. Is finally going to get their ban in. This will be their first and only ban because of the E sub coming in. Let's see where they're going to go. And honestly, I'm not sure. They were a ban down previous game, and it didn't feel like it didn't stop them at all. I think they're just going to try to get the Zillion taken off just for their Victor. Lux is going to be the first pick over for Shenandoah. Is that a counter pick to Victor?
I have no idea, but oh wow, they
That was
don't
fast.
care. They
That was
don't care.
fast. That was
They know what they want to do, and they're gonna do it.
I'm actually scared that Trendemir might be for JS Method.
Ooh.
And getting back for that Lux Victor, it is a skill matchup. And honestly, I don't know if I want to leave it to just a skill matchup. If I had to go
Lux
against
is
that,
going. I think the Lux is going support.
I hope so.
There's a lot of mage love in the bot lane there.
Yeah.
I think Clabella, Chowbella, Clarabella, Clabiella. Thank you. I am seeing, not reading, but I am seeing, and does play a lot of mages and enchanters. So I think that's what it's going to be. We do get the Rammus though, so Tryndamere is gonna have a rough time in the ideal world for Shenandoah.
That's a great
Tryndamere's
pick.
gonna have a rough time.
It's a great pick. And
Woo!
to steal the Shen as well. And yeah, so right there is locked in. That is JS Method's Trendamere. And I think that may be his best on record champion.
I hear you, and I'm 98% sure you are right.
I'm
But
scared.
this does leave open the possibility for shenanigans.
True.
Shenanigans with a Shin against Shenandoah. The Shin can go support. The Tryndamere can go mid.
Mm-hmm.
Can technically jungle, has a okay clear, but it stays fairly healthy with the passive.
I think we're
See,
starting.
because now we get the Nico,
Yeah.
so it could be a Nico support, could be a Nico mid. Lilia can go top, Lilia can go mid. There's
I
a
like
whole
the flex.
lot of
I like the
flexibility.
flex compatibility coming from the Iron Chefs here. Shenandoah going more stricter by the books, by the numbers pick. And honestly, it's not bad. I like that as well. The Rammus pick was really good, forcing out the Nico pick. And with the Shen and Trendamere, I wouldn't say it makes them obsolete, but it definitely kind of pumps the brakes on them exploding
Oh my
and getting out of
goodness.
control.
This is a very bruiser heavy
Oh
pick,
yeah.
man.
This is next season, honestly. If y'all
Yeah.
haven't played the PBE yet, this is the future, boys. So get ready. Get ready
I
for
do like
top
Shenandoah
versus
banning out all of the hook champions. Like I
Mhm.
said, Cliabella does play these squishy enchanters. You want to make sure it doesn't have the same problem where you are basically hook bait level 1 through infinity. So making sure there's not going to be a Blitzcrank, making sure there's not going to be a Nautilus, making sure there's not going to be a Thresh that can just say, "Yep, no, you're not in this game." And we are going to see this Sivir, so we're going to see Sivir Kaisa. Very, very popular matchup. These are two of the top 5, maybe ADCs that everyone is playing, both
Oh,
at
yeah.
Worlds and in just about every comp. So I'm actually still kind of curious to see which way this is all the way going to shake out here for Iron Chefs as to who is going where.
Oh, I think I got it. I think we got Shen top, Lilia jungle, Trendamere mid, Nico Sivir bot lane.
I think that is going to be it as well, but I am always hoping for something special to happen. And the same kind of for Shenandoah, where it can be Renekton mid, set top, or set mid, Renekton top, or technically could be set support with a Lux mid. Like this can go a little weird. We can get a little sketchy with it.
I think I got it for Shenandoah too. Set Kaisa bot, Rammus jungle, Renekton top, Lux mid.
Maybe it is a set top.
For sure.
Maybe.
Oh, it's set
Probably.
top. Oh, where's Renekton going? Mid?
Renekton's going mid.
Yeah, Renekton going mid. Lux bot. It's more
want-
by the books, by the numbers.
Yeah, you
I
want
want
the
a little
Renekton.
mix too, but I mean it works.
You want the Renekton to match up with the Tryndamere for that early pressure. I do like that Shenandoah is doubling down on JS method plays a lot of scaling champs. We want to play champs that take advantage of that early week game.
That's a good call.
really like the thought process. I don't know on the execution of it, but it doesn't sound wrong when I say it out loud.
No, it does not. It just with that, it's almost a gamble. It's almost a gamble that you're doing. You're giving up that scaling for a late game for that early advantage. You need to run with that early advantage because if you do not get that early advantage, or worst case scenario, you get O2'd, you're practically worthless. And that's kind of where that Renekton, where I mean almost all the fighters are kind of right now. If you're winning, you're building longswords. If you're losing, you're building longswords. Like there's like, if you can't go defensive on the fighter bruiser, so you have to optimize and make sure that you
Excuse me.
take full advantage for that early game.
Yeah, I agree. I am very worried for Shenandoah because, much like last time, but even more so, if you get to 30 minutes, maybe Lux has some damage items. But if you get to 30 minutes, you have a damage source, really, in Kaisa. You have a genuine certified damage source in Kaisa, whereas the other team has three and a Nico, which can still do also. I assume Nico and Lux will scale about the same as far as their usefulness and damage, but they have a lot more damage that can go around, and there's a lot more people you have to lock down. And there's a Shin to make sure that whoever you decide to focus maybe doesn't die as fast as you want them to. And then Trendemir has, the ultimate as well. You have to have good target selection if you get further in the game. Otherwise, you're going to dump a lot of damage into people who aren't going to die, and then you don't have any damage to come back.
I would definitely have to agree. Their range is also pretty short on Shenandoah's side. Set being a melee, Rammus melee, Renekton melee, Kaisa and Lux being really the only range, and Kaisa not having that much in terms of ADC attack range. Lux obviously the final beam across the map just about. But Lilia's bowling ball. You have Shen coming in with United, Stand United. Sivir can speed everybody up. Nico gets the Hextech Rocket Belt to get herself a little more oomph and can really just kind of shoot her spells from the back. I don't know, man. It's going to be a very, very close one, and it's going to come down to execution yet again. Shenandoah is going to have to play a little more off the back foot and make sure that they put the Iron Chefs on their back foot, and they have to secure that early game to make this happen. So game 2 is on the way. Sad boy, where is it going to fall?
I hopefully I'm not cursing them, but I think Iron Chefs. I like the comp better. I like the options. I
Mm-hmm.
think both teams have about the same amount of, if you do well, you win. I think Iron Chefs has enough options that it's just going to be very, very hard for Shenandoah with what we saw from their macro, with what we saw from their ability to get together. It's going to be hard for them to win enough to
Mm-hmm.
prevent the the inevitable. It's 30 minutes. What now?
Yeah. I think even on that, touching on that, Iron Chefs have a lot of options just in case to fall back on. Let's say bot lane loses, you still have your Tryndamere, you still have your Lilia. For example, Lilia Tryndamere falls, you still have your bot lane. You really, really only have Kaisa as your main damage. Lux is gonna be building damage, but it's gonna be at a slow pace there. Renekton does build damage, so is Set, but it's not the true damage dealers. They're more that bruiser continuous damage. It's not really fully there to lock in. So I think we're seeing a 2-0 Iron Chef. While we load in for game 2, don't forget, guys, be sure to use those channel points, get those votes in. Will Iron Chefs take the 2-0, or will Shenandoah take us to game 3? I'm a fan of more league, but let's see what they'll be able to do. Don't touch that dial. Game 2 is on the way momentarily. Keep it locked. ladies and gentlemen. BTL game 2. I think Shenandoah will be blue side this time. Iron Chefs on red side. I don't think we're gonna get any of the invade action. We're probably just gonna get our normal line of scrimmage. And yeah.
Yep, regular 5 point.
Mhm.
Nothing too major. Maybe a little bit of a skirmish going over here.
Oh,
Nope.
that's the ward out.
Nico didn't buy any items. Gonna go back now.
That's
But
just the speed sometimes.
yeah, you want to get out there as soon as possible. Make sure your
Yeah.
ADC is safe.
You still got
But
time? What? You still got like 90 seconds, man. Come on, before minions spawn. That's fine. You don't need items.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So the Nico did take electrocute. Gonna have a little bit more upfront burst, whereas the Lux took Dark Harvest, looking to get some damage out. There we go. Early on.
All
Sincere
right,
support.
startup going on in, and it's just gonna be a battle of the hits. Q's gonna be waved off there, and
Oh.
using. Why is he healing back so much?
Yeah.
Ooh, the Doran shield. Okay. Bro, that's some big brain there. That is really big brain. He knew he was going to outwin the trade from the healing regain from Doran shield. Wait a minute. What?
That is an impressive amount of heal. Did the blue buff just reset? The blue buff
No.
reset?
I don't think it was a full reset. I think it was a light reset.
Okay.
I think it was a light one. I think it
But yeah, so the fight's not going the way I think Sincere Support thought. And yeah, buddy, that is not what you want. And then he's gonna hit level 2. And he's got the heal now. And you don't have pressure until the wave pushes back and you get your heal, but then you can't use it on him.
Is he?
Oh, nice.
roaming?
Nice binding.
Okay, I thought he was gonna roam there. Going, looking down towards the bot lane, checking our junglers actually. Lilia already grabbing her blue.
Top lane.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, bat it on this Shen. No fear. No fear.
No, none at all. SU Hope has to be careful. Taunt is there. Grit is going to land. Ignite is going to be proc. Baddock's going to have to take a little bit back. That Grit passive is looking fantastic. Plus the Mega Punch. It's not going to be first blood. My man, it goes right into the corner. Doesn't take the full true damage, but is going to be the forced recall. I got to give it to SU Hope. It was not looking hopeful there, but he found a way and gets the, almost first blood there.
Almost first blood, but the issue is you traded both of your summoners now, and Shinshire's going to teleport back to lane, and you don't have the Ignite to threaten him again.
Sincere Support is pushed up here. Ghost is going to be procced here from Method. Ignite is going to proc there. The Nut is going to miss. He's going to go super aggressive. Take 2 and give the first blood over. Renekton seeing nothing but red there.
Please. Stop. Diving.
Baddock coming back. TP was used to come back to not miss a lot of the wave. The trade falls towards Baddock.
Yeah, that's what he wants now. Basically, Hope is stuck in lane, and here comes the action now. Here comes the Lillian behind.
Oh, wow. Lilia is sitting in the curtains there, waiting for the wave to push. I think she's full. Dark, not Dark Binding. Lux's Q is going to land there. Flash is going to be proc there. J-Holt is going to get taunted towards the end. Etherealist is going to pick it up and trade 1-for-1. Exhaust is going to be proc there. Cool Crab almost getting caught there. He's going to have to flash themselves away. Really
very nice cleanse.
Really
very nice cleanse.
Really nice gank there. 1-for-1 right now. And Etherealist kind of showing his stuff here.
More importantly, Hope able to keep that wave from crashing and never gets dove. Calabina wasted so much time hanging out in top lane waiting for the dive that basically never happened. And you see Hope now basically trying to bait in the taunt, going, if you taunt me, I'm going to clap you, and then it's going to be bad times. Oh, no. Sivir has like 12 health.
Really, Bella here. Very nice stuff here. Nice light binding yet again. Sincere Support gonna hit the bob and weave here. A lot of damage, plus the red and the heal. And I don't know what is going on mid lane.
Just too aggressive. Sincere Support thought he saw the opportunity. They are still fairly evenish as far as like items, so I can see where you would think you have the opportunity to go. But JS Method not not available basically for dying right now.
No,
Please check back later. Not available.
he is just not there. He is not picking up that call, and honestly, I don't blame him. Battle Fury, his Battle Fury technique is insane. Using the heals to get there, getting the bar up for the crits, also synergizing with the Doran shield. He doesn't even have any items yet. He doesn't even have 6 yet.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Not worried, not afraid, literally just like I know you can't kill me.
I'm
I know
scared.
you can't kill me. That
I'm
is
very
that's a
scared.
problem.
It is a threat already. Near double CS as of right now. Sincere support, it's not it, Chief. It ain't it.
That said, the bot lane of Shenandoah doing much better.
Hmm.
Sincere support is able, even with all of the action,
Uh-oh.
has stayed even
Oh, was that bait? Slice and
in
dice.
levels.
Get himself away. Etherless is going to force the taunt down. It's
There's the
just
Stand United.
continue find Stand United is here. Ult is going to come down from Sincere support. Dominus is on. The Undying Roar is here as well. Bandit's going to live.
Oh!
Alabama's going to get Ethrid. That is a 2-for-0 play. What?
Nobody died. Nobody died.
How?
I'm tilted. I'm
How?
tilted.
Bro, I'm tilted. I'm not even playing. Go next. No. What?
How I
Insane.
the shield from the sword on oh no.
Oh, nice crab there. A lot of damage from its Aulz and the cool crab there. Almost getting a kill, forcing the flash out of Calabella. And yeah, man, that was Triumph also as well, I think.
Yeah, I like my head hurts. So JS Method dove into basically Etherealist under tower into the Rammus, no fear. Had ult, gets out at the same time. Bat oh my goodness, fights everywhere. But Bat was able to live. Got just the little shield was enough to survive Sincere support with the Dominus, and then they all just walk away like nothing happened.
Yeah. Calculated, baby. Honestly, though, let's look down. Boots weren't made yet for Sincere, so he didn't have the reduced oncoming damage from steel caps. He only has a long sword. So if a couple more items were under their belt, they might have not lived with that bit of health, and that's where that early game pressure comes from there. And
Yeah.
speaking of the pressure, all lanes have no priority on side of Shenandoah. So Calabena's easily able to get to the first Hex Tech and locks it in for them. 8-minute
Hope-
drag.
Yeah, they get the dragon. Hope in that little fight there did use his ignite, did not get the true damage from the center there, and and misses the Q. You need to walk away. Yep, walks away just fine. Sincere support is basically like doing this thing where he's like, I win this short trade, and then JS Method's like, that's cool. I pressed Q.
I press Q. Uh-oh. Mixing coming on in here. Oh, it's always scary to see the clone just kind of roll in. Bowling ball is going to come down mid as well. Not much action, though. Sincere support, I think, is walking a little too far.
Uh-oh.
A big issue here, I feel like a lot of laners have, is this is what I call it. It's called allowance. Once you fall back towards a certain state, JS met it with the Spidey vision here. Spidey sense is tingling, knows that the realist is in the area, and it's just gonna go for it. Big damage going on, and JS Aulz is gonna flash stun here. Undying Rage is used. Dominus is gonna be used as well. He's gonna have to kind of step away. Nice flash away from the ult. Ghost is proc, and he is on the run. He's gonna hit the nut back over the wall. He's going to use the spin to keep himself.
Oh, there we go.
Going back towards here, Stand United is going to go, but it's not going to be enough. Calabella is there to try to bring some kind of reprieve and support, but they're going to have to step themselves away. It's Mete is still in the red side on the run. The cool crab is going to be super cool and provide him. Oh, woo! It does. My man has Spider-Man senses. Calabella picked one up as well in the mid lane. There is no vision of of Catherine throwing out the Void Seeker, but he knew the Void Seeker was coming. That's
Uh-oh.
crazy. Is this gonna be 2? It's gonna be
Yeah.
2. No, Phantom burning and getting 2 for 0 in the mid lane.
Yeah,
4
Iron Chef's
right
absolutely
now.
rolling
That
over
is
right now.
looking dope right now, but gets the
Oh,
stop.
flash.
No stopper.
Got it.
No stop. No way! No
The shield from crawling
The shield and
again.
grasp. The shield and grasp, plus the extra hit from him blending his abilities with his key strike. Oh my gosh, the big brain on the chefs here, making a
That's
full 5-star course on
that's
this trip.
twice he survived doing that. There's a point in every young man's life. I can only speak as a young man. I don't know for anybody else, but there comes a point where you just gotta go. They just good.
Yeah. You just gotta admit sometimes, man, and just you gotta know when to fold them, man. And it's starting to look like folding time. 4K, almost a 5K gold lead at 11 minutes. Dragon already dropped it. Your
I
carries
thought
are good. Your
the
junglers
fight
are good.
earlier was gonna go well
Yeah.
once Creighton got that kill, and then they weren't able to get the kill on Lily. Lily was able to turn back around, and then I don't know how many more opportunities they have. Sincere Support does get the dominus.
I'm getting tired of seeing this one. Undying Rage is gonna proc off there. Just Sincere Support going. Can he? No. Okay. I was about to say. But Sincere Support dives in, goes forward, uses the slice and dice. It practically puts himself all on cooldowns, and then just kind of is now in JS Method's attack range.
I think he was waiting for.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice lockdown there. Calabana is going to grab Lilia there and a shutdown. Nico is going to kind of come in to try to get her ult down. Killer Instinct is going to land big damages there. The flip back, Stand United is there. The Cool Crab is still up and fighting. Bandit is huge right now, so that's going to be 2 for 2 right now. Looking for the other one to make it 3. Bandit on a killing spree. Cool Crab on the chase down. He's going to try to flip back. Bandit's going to taunt to keep themselves defended, and is going to have to retreat back there.
Oh my goodness, it feels so bad. You get a good play. You get the Lilia picked off. You got one more. Stand United.
Yeah. It's all this for a drop of blood, honestly. There it is again. He dashes in, slice. Oh, all right. He kept slice and dice off cooldown this time.
Ethereal is trying to kill Cool Crab, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. May go down.
Oh, he's going down. Oh man, dude. You guys are looking way too hard. They are like sharks right now. There's a drop of blood in the ocean and they are hungry. But I think they're too hungry and they're starving themselves.
They are. So I simultaneously like and don't like from Shenandoah that they are not losing their aggression, but also maybe temper it a little bit. It's one of those things that we all supposedly learn. I never learned. But sometimes you just gotta go, okay, cool, that was a good play, we're good. We out.
Yeah.
And I do feel like they'll get the kill, and then they'll chase a little bit more, and either someone's not calling that the Stand United's coming, or they're not really paying attention or thinking you can get it when you can just walk away. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's no shame in it.
Yeah, get one call of the day. Even getting a retreat is fine, man. But, you know.
Walk right by him. He walked right with JS Methods taking the red buff, and he walks right by him, and now he's out. He's caught out.
He's caught out, and he doesn't know which is which. There's 3 Trendemeers chasing him now. Lockdown coming in over from It's Jod's beautiful Pop Blossom and the Tangle Bards, and Sincere Support's going to pop the dominance, but it is not going to matter. 0-5 and 2, 64 CS compared over to the JS Method 2-1-4. Near double CS.
Here we go.
Back to the top side. Bandit looking like he's finally caught out. Showstopper's going to land. Superman punch is there as well. And we're clanking some heads.
Hey, that's 400 gold. You love to see it. You love to see it. It's something. The
Yep.
thing is, Creighton is
Oh,
still very
oh,
strong, and
oh,
they are trying. Oh,
oh,
very nice cleanse, and
oh,
Cool Crab dodges
oh,
all the skill shots. Oh
so
no!
close there. Really good orb walking from the really cool looking crab here. And I mean, this crustacean
Oh
is a
no!
cool one. Oh boy, let's go, man. Now they're starting to flex a little bit here. I'm really starting to really enjoy these guys coming out and ready to play.
Yeah, they said, hey, we might be having a rough split so far, but the season's still young, split's still young. We got this. Let me show you what we can do. And I am impressed. I am very impressed
Yeah,
with Iron Chefs right now. Just
it looks like.
executing at the maximum, and I don't know what you can do.
Oh, he's troubled. There it is again. And that is what I'm talking about there. Now he's off on cooldown. There's nothing he can do. Undying Rage is coming out. The Menace is not even off cooldown yet. You gotta pay attention to where people are on the map. You are 0-6. You are not 6-0. You cannot walk around that confident.
It's not even. I don't even think it's
Uh-oh.
the confidence. It's the
Uh-oh. JS
they
Method
missed
gets CC there. Oh my god, Stand
Stand
United
United.
is going to keep himself alive. The taunt has to hit both of them. And Bandit positions it so well and gets it. JS Method has to keep himself going. Misses the headlock
Oh
there.
my
He's going to
god!
continue to slow. Stridebreaker is going to come down and finally pump the brakes onto him. Bandit is going to make it a 1-for-1 trade. And honestly,
Bandit's
I
gonna
don't know
win
if
this.
Hope is going to be able to finish this. He's gonna keep going. Head knocker is going to keep himself moving. The Stridebreaker off cooldown, I think, is gonna be more than enough of a slow to finally pump the brakes on that one. Oh
Yeah,
my
they
god.
almost turned that.
They almost turned that to a 2-for-1, yeah, for sure.
Cool Crab does spell shield one of the 4 hits from those spells there to not take as much damage as could have. Was able to get a free tower, but so that's kind of in a nutshell where Shenandoah is. You Clybella did everything right. You took 10 health.
Yep.
Like there's
They
I
got
I
it.
I want to say like, hey, you got to kind of tighten up, but I don't know what do you tighten up. Oh, I thought he didn't have the ult up. I thought he was gonna dunk him back, but didn't have the ult up. Yet again.
Just getting caught out. And that's an issue, dude. It's a huge issue. Once you get a hole in the boat and you guys start leaking, you need to patch it up as soon as possible. And it has not stopped bleeding in this
So
lane.
yeah,
0-7-2 right now.
sincere support is so far up, and there's no vision on that top side either. So I don't know what you think is going to happen, right? Because what I think is going to happen. Oh,
Oh,
Creighton.
nice pick
Dog.
from Calabena. Really strong nut over the wall. Almost killing Creighton here.
Oh,
JS
sustaining it.
continue forward. Undying has not been used yet. Still has it. Gonna use it there onto the end. Stand United is going to bring Bandit over onto the other side. He's gonna 1v4.
Okay.
They are gonna find the mark there. They're actually gonna get 2 from the set across the map. But Cool Crab is such a cool crustacean. He's gonna pick it up and make it an even for the bot side there. It's still 2-1 on the side of Shenandoah, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say it's absolutely worth it. You got 2 shutdowns, and you did something, right? That is by far the best fight they've had, mostly due to Iron Chefs being over aggressive, trying to dive with both of those ults. And hey, Shenandoah just got 1,000 free gold. You take 1,000 free gold, even if Cool Crab did get 400 back. You take 1,000 gold. Oh no, the missile didn't hit.
Taunt is going to land, but unfortunately, it's not going to keep him locked in.
Everybody's there.
Everfrost plus the pop-up is going to lock down only Etherealist. Creighton with the beautiful flash, but it's going to get hit by the Sleepy Seed, and I think the burn, is going to get there. Etherealist was trying to bring out some support. Hope there too with the cavalry, but they're just going to get exploded. 2-for-1 trade as of right now. Nice shutdown coming from Calabella with the dragon just around the corner. I don't know if that was fully it. So
why are you?
support, still doing it.
I mean,
Redemption
okay.
gonna
So,
land.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I was
wait,
a little
that
bit
came.
confused.
Oh, wow. I thought that was Nico. Wait,
Yeah,
redemption?
I was looking for redemption as well. Shin
Redemption?
got
Yo,
this.
okay. I like
That
it.
is
I
that
like
is
I like it. You come in
that's
with
not
Stand
fair.
United and then you drop Redemption. So now you just got a heal and you got a shield. And guess what? The shield is even bigger from Stand United because of Redemption's passive.
That is true.
That's awesome.
Very true.
Big
And the
brain.
shield he's gonna get off of the Keyblade as well.
Big brain.
Just
Plus the health regain too. Oh no, it's base mana regain. So it does fall off it, so it's not fully worth the gold for it. But I think it works itself. Nice.
did he just steal the blue buff?
Yeah, Etherless has not gotten a buff in the past like 5 minutes.
Oh my god, he stole the blue
That
buff.
is
They
called out.
wanted to fight him that it might go down. He's too fast.
In the
He's too
taunt. Oh,
fast.
he has to walk back. No! But that is a 5-man sleepy. Hope is in trouble. Calabella's in
Oh
trouble. They all
no.
have to retreat back. And that's going to be a 2-for-1. And this is what you mentioned before. It looks fantastic. Oh my god, that is a 3-for-1. It looks good for Shenandoah, and then all of a sudden, it just flips back to Iron Chef, just flipping these guys like burgers left and right. Calabana needs to die. Thank you.
Calabina at least goes down. That's some nice gold. Sincere support finally able to get on the board there. But just I they chased
Yeah.
the Shin for so long, and I don't know how we haven't figured out. If he's running away, he's running to something.
Yeah.
You need to watch out. He's running to something. Oh look, there's the rest of their team. Just
And honestly, if it wasn't that point and click taunt from Ramus, he would have gotten away with his dash. It was already
yeah.
it already was implemented that he was hit, so he had to go back. So he
But
had
the
the
taunt
right
didn't.
fist, dude. He
The
had the right
taunt
fist.
didn't help because
No.
if you let him go and walk away,
You live.
you're fine.
Yeah.
The second they taunted him and he turned back around, he got the Q, he got the shield, got that little bit of a slow from dragging the sword through, and now you're getting hit with all the rest of the CC and everybody's slipped and everybody's dead.
And I got to give it over to Calabana, man. Beautiful objective control. Rift Herald secured. Dragon secured. And we're already rotating to a Baron 3 showing bot there, which that was a very silly call over for Shenandoah. This is going to be an easy Baron scooped.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic for for the whole of Iron Chefs, but yeah, Calabina, every objective, literally every objective.
Yeah.
Sincere support did get a tower, get some of that not shut down, bounty gold, I should say. So, very good. Get something. You're doing something. I like it, but now we're gonna see the overstay and we're gonna see what happens because there's Shin trying to chase you down.
He's going to have to slice and dice away. Or he's going to slice and dice forward. Okay, going
Well,
back
he's
towards
taunted in the middle of the slice and dice, and I don't. Maybe he can kill Shin. Maybe.
going back towards the mid lane.
Oh, he
here.
stands in the middle of the.
Yeah.
Oh
Up back over
no!
towards their base here. Undying Rage is going to be used. He had to get away and use.
And there's the Stand United, and he's asleep, and
Bandit grabbing Etherless there, and that's going to be a 1-4-3 for 4 plus the Baron. I think these guys got it right here.
Creighton
is going to pick up Calabana, but it's at for what cost, man? All that for a drop of blood. 14k gold lead, 3 dragons locked in, plus the Baron, and this is going to be the clean 2-0. GG's well played.
Iron Chefs absolutely cooked Shenandoah.
Rotisserie. Put them on the pit and call them done.
Hang on. And in the Iron Chef competitions, they get an hour. Iron Chef was done with all their dishes in 45 minutes, 50 minutes.
So they had 15 minutes to hang out and just kind of chill.
Yeah, to talk about who they thought, what they thought, they would do next time. I'm trying to think who should be the player of the game there, or the player of the series, because Cool Crab was amazing. JS Messett was amazing. Honestly, Badit did the most damage. I think Badit had it. Ha 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 ha. That's right.
Yeah, Badit with the most damage on the team. Also, I don't know, man. JS Method was awesome. Cool Crab was great. Itch Jods came in for the support. Came in for to sub. Calabena all over those dragon and other jungle objectives. It's a hard pick right now to bring it in. I think we may should bring it and leave it over to chat to see who they believe.
Yeah, chat. Who do you think was the player of the series there? I mean, it is.
It is
That's
definitely a toss up there. Everyone played so well.
I'm seeing they're saying Badit. Iron Chefs are saying Badit came through. So they're nominating Badit. I think we gotta talk to Badit. We gotta ask about the Shin plays. In the meantime, in the in between time, I just I'm a little disappointed in Shenandoah. Shenandoah looked good in their win and looked not the worst in their loss.
Yeah.
And that was not it. That was not what we just saw.
Mm-mm.
They looked uncoordinated. Maybe they need to all, kind of sit down, um, hang out, just talk to each other, be best friends. Uh,
Got it coming up into the call
Uh,
through chat. This is who we're gonna pick, and honestly, I don't disagree at all. Bat, are you with us?
yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how are you? GG's well played today, my friend.
Thank you.
So coming in new game one. Was that something you guys practice over? I know it's not super complicated. Using the paranoia from Nocturne plus the Stand United, but it still takes a small bit of skill to execute that timing. So was that something you guys were practicing and just was ready for this week, or that's something you guys just said, you know what, let's just put it together, let's see how it goes.
So we haven't specifically practiced that, but Caleb and I have played together for a little while now. And Shen has been my main champ for the past 3 years or so. So I just feel pretty comfortable on him and with my ults and everything. And I love the Shen Nocturne combo.
It's dirty. It's disgusting. It's very, very strong. And no, we definitely can see the Shen mastery
oh my
from
god.
there. And so after game one, how did you guys feel going into game two?
We were feeling pretty good. We were feeling confident after our win. And we were talking about it. We decided to do our same bands pretty much. We took one off since we had to do a sub in. But yeah, we just we figured we'd see what they wanted to pick in their first rotation, and we just kind of went from there, really.
Yeah. So
Go
what
ahead.
happened with that? Why? What happened with with the sub there? Did your support just have to?
So he just had a family emergency situation, so he had to take care of it.
Hope
Uh,
everything is okay. Hope
yeah,
everything is
I
okay
think
there.
they're working everything out. So
So with those two wins there, that gives you the 3-1 if I'm reading the standings correct, right?
No, and they go
uh,
to 1 and 2, right?
Oh, 1 and 2. So that brings you 3-2. So that keeps you just about still above on the.
Oh,
Got you.
2 and 2. I apologize.
Okay,
I'm
so
bad
that
at
keeps you
math.
right around just about the same spot. Is there any other teams that you guys are worried about coming up in the next couple weeks?
There weren't any that we were in particular, like we haven't um discussed any that we were particularly worried about compared
Mhm.
to others. But I think in general we just feel a lot better in these past two matches that we've played. We feel a lot more like we've kind of hit our stride
Yeah.
compared to our first two weeks.
Well, glad to hear it. Definitely showed.
Oh yeah.
So, are your teammates going to buy you a replica Keyblade? Are you a big Kingdom Hearts fan? Did the Q key just fall off of your keyboard? Because I do you just have it like taped to something on your body? Because it seemed like every time we were like, oh well, great play by Shin. He's no. He pressed Q and hit them and they died. And he got a tiny shield that allowed him to live with 20 health and a 40 shield. Like,
I'm
what in the world? That's my
so
question. What in the world?
For me, I think it's just a matter of comfort on that front. I've been playing Shen consistently since I probably like season 8 was when I really started playing him a lot, and I'm just very comfortable on the champion, and I have played around that passive a lot, and you just kind of get a feel for it after a while.
Yeah, man. I mean, I definitely see it. I think you guys really found your stride today, and hopefully it takes you guys all the way up to playoffs, man. And I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure. Any shout outs you want to make?
Just to the whole team for giving me a chance in this.
Yeah, man. Big GGs, man. Honestly, for sure. That great stuff. I think though, I think that is all our games for today.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Now, see, I'm a little mad that you guys got the 2-0, man. That's it. That's all we got. Um, but that is it for us, Black Twitch League. That is a week closing out 2-0. GG's to our guys, Bandit and the rest of the gang. And we will be back next week for more league action. It has been your host, Hiro Yoshikage, old sad boy with me on color, and always a big shout outs to Aulz as our broadcast or as our producer. Thank you all so much for coming out, and be sure to go check out any of the other Twitch leagues going on right now. I think I see a couple for Victorious and a couple more, and I think even Riot Games. Yeah, Riot is up right now for Group State 4. So if you didn't get in, if you're not satisfied from us, be sure to go check those out, and we will see you next week, guys. Take it easy.